Hey you guys, this is Miss Aisha Noel and I'll be on the Table Talk show with Nikki G, the voice, on Island Vibe Radio. So I can't wait to be there and I hope you guys can tune in.
Today the sun will shine. Have nothing like so kind of feeling.
Welcome to Table Talk with Nikki G the Voice, where we bring to you highlights of entrepreneurs, leaders, organizers, and much more.
Across the finish line, I'll be coming back for you.
A broad spectrum of professionals, including chefs, artists, designers, musicians, and much more. Our show is a new brand of talk shows where we educate, bring transparency, and last but not least, fun. Table Talk.
It's a blessing from above, and we never giving up.
Get ready for our seasons, a roller coaster of emotions, all wrapped into one.
Keep that in places.
Caribbean style. We'll cover our Caribbean roots as well, so keep it
Keep
locked.
that in places.
Welcome to Table Talk. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and iTunes.
Own it, girl, you just own it. Cause your body's on fire. Show me how to control it.
Welcome to Table Talk. Table Talk.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. You're tuned into Table Talk Show with Nikki G, the voice. And I know we've been away for a while and we haven't done live shows, but I hope that you're enjoying all the pre-recorded shows. We have new seasons coming up, new guests, and we have you fully entertained. All right. Today I have with me Aisha Noel. And and she is, I mean, it happened so organic, like it was so natural. Like I heard her music and I said, listen, who is this person? You know, they put it in the chat. I'm in a group chat with DJs. They put it in the chat and I was like, I know I've heard this voice before, and there's a song that I liked, you know. So they told me it's Aisha, and then you answered me right away. Before we jump into that, how is everything with you?
Everything is going good with me. Can't say anything is wrong, anything is good, and yeah, enjoying life. Grateful to be alive. Yes.
Awesome. I'm enjoying the scenery behind you. It looks nice and warm.
Yeah, real early. Nice and bright.
Yeah. Over here it's cold. It's like 20 something
Uh-oh.
degrees.
Oh no.
So even though it's shining, you know, we have it's cold, but still enjoying it. We are alive.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So what have you been up to? What's going on?
Okay, so right now I'm living in Jamaica. All right, so I relocated. Before I was living in Trinidad and Tobago. All right, so that's where I was born, grew up, everything like that. And I moved out to Jamaica because I wanted more opportunities as a performer. So as a singer, you know, songwriter, everything. I just wanted to expand a little bit more. So I know Jamaica is the music mecca of the Caribbean. And I went out to Jamaica before this venture. I was in Jamaica before and I had like a wonderful time performing and that sort of thing with headline entertainment. So after that trip, I just was like, okay, you know what? I want to at some point come back to Jamaica and perform and try to perfect my art and, you know, just dive more into that. So that's exactly what I ended up doing. And now I'm here and I'm a performer at Ibiru Star Resorts at the moment.
Yeah.
And, singing and entertaining people, dancing and all of it. So
I really enjoy that. I was looking at your stats. Aisha is a performing artist, a writer. She has 160K on her IG, 10K on Facebook, 12K on TikTok. I'm like, you've been really working it, you know?
yeah. It comes with it. So when I first started music in 2018, I went to different like seminars and meetings and that sort of thing just to learn as much as I could have. At that point in time, I was with Music TT in the spotlight program. And they put us in these different meetings and seminars and stuff like that, Zooms just like this, like with
Okay.
others who are in the industry so that they could let us know, about how it goes, what we should look at, social
Okay.
media wise and all of this. And then
Mm.
after that, I was just like, okay, well, I need to work on my Instagram. I need to do this. I need to, and, and that's how everything just started coming together and meeting different.
Yeah. I love that. I'm jumping the gun on the questions because what I usually do is I would start off from, when you started, let's say 2, 3 years old, when you started, knowing music and knowing what you wanted to do. So I'm going to revert back to that in a few seconds. But I just felt like because of where you are, right?
Mhm.
And I know I have friends that are also in the music industry as well. So I just wanted you to enlighten them in the importance of marketing, and then we're going to retract and go back to when you first started.
Yeah. So marketing is super important. Like right now, I am still myself trying to get a grasp on that. I mean, I think it's always important to look for people who know what they're doing. They specialize in that area. They can help you. It's always better to partner because doing it by yourself is a lot of work. And there are people, as I said before, that know how to do this. They know how to grow your social media. They know how to market you and present you to the public in the right
Okay.
way.
Okay.
So it's super important. It's not something to be neglected as an artist because at the end of the day, it's a business. So us artists, we like to just think on the creative side, especially as a
Yeah.
songwriter. I mean, you're involved in every point of it, even though you're not a producer. But you're still involved, you're still there. So we just like to focus on all creativity, everything, and we sometimes just neglect the other side of it,
Which
which
is
is marketing, which is you have to be in front of people, you have to meet people, and not just like stay like, you're in a little corner by yourself. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very, very important. I spoke to a friend recently about that, and I think I asked them, excuse me, I asked them the question, is there music on Spotify? Where is their playlist and so forth? And they said they're working on it, but they've been in the industry for years. So
Uh,
I feel that seasoned artists, people, I don't know how it's going to come across, but one person told me success leave clues. So I always feel, even in my industry, I always look at people who are more successful than I am, or people who might be in the same level, just to see
yeah.
the things that they do, because I feel in the Caribbean we know about barter, or we know about, okay, let me just put it here and someone would see it and stuff. But there's more to it than that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, marketing is a big thing. All right. So I'm gonna go back to when you first started, when you maybe, I don't know how old you were, and you found yourself interested in music. Just share with me your influences and so forth.
Yes. I
Hmm.
don't even think I remember how old I was at that point in time. Because my dad, he's the one that introduced me to music. He's well, not by profession, but he does play the guitar, right? He's a bit of a guitarist. In his younger years, he used to play in a parang band. So parang is a type of music that we have. I'm not saying this for you. I'm not saying this for you. You know this, but parang, for those who don't know, parang is a type of music that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, all right, and it's usually played during Christmas time, all right, it's Christmas theme, that sort of thing, and we bring like a nice festive energy to it, Spanish and the little mix of soca you might find inside there and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So he used to play in a parang band and he always had a love for music. So I got that from him. So when growing up, once I hear him like playing on the guitar and he would put in the CDs and stuff like that, like and play to the tunes that he was hearing, I always like was like, okay, you know what? I want like a CD of my own. So he used to make nice mix CDs for me,
Aw.
like the mixes of whatever was my favorite songs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then when, we was having little nice moments together, he would put on the CDs and he would play. the guitar and I would sing
Mhm.
along, you know, like we would have our own little karaoke kind of thing happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
that's how yeah. And then after that now, he put me in piano classes. So he was like, okay, well, you could go piano classes just to, you know, get a better understanding, feel of the music. I think it was their hope for me that I would stay in the piano classes, but
Mm-hmm.
no, no. I got bored after a little while. Sorry. I mean, I just
Yeah.
bored after a little while, and I wanted to do dance, you know, ballet, that sort of thing. So that got more of my attention growing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I started, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say whatever your DNA within you, like I have kids and I know what I wanted to do when I was younger, and being that maybe you can't model if you want to. Well, I did. I modeled, I sang, I did so many different things, right? But then when you hone in on what you really want to do,
Mm,
I saw that in my kids. So I was like, okay, you want to play soccer? Go ahead. You want to do this? Go ahead. Because that's within them and that's how they excel. When you
yes.
let them to explore their options or explore the things that they have inside. So with your parents, what was their reaction when you became an artist?
Oh, well, the thing about it is I explored academics like on a whole.
Okay.
So my mom is a lawyer.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
My brother is also a lawyer.
Mm.
So I was going along those lines, like when I was growing up. So I went to high school, university. I studied international relations because instead of the law, I was saying, what am I actually interested in?
Yeah.
And I always had an interest for like different countries and traveling and what it is that was going on, you know, because I love history and stuff like that. So that's what I did. So I studied
Mm.
international relations and psychology.
Yeah.
Um, and whilst doing it, honestly, the music was always in the background, in the backdrop, like in the back of my mind. Like I could never really shake it. So I feel like for me, school was a period of where I was trying to shake off like, you know, this feeling of, okay, you know, music, because I didn't know anything about it, like in terms
Mm.
of who to talk to about it, how to reach further in it, because
Yeah.
no one in my family really did that in that way. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so it was more of going to what's familiar, in other words.
Okay.
After my last year in university, like it was just extremely tough, like because I had to have a phone call with my mom and be like, you know, this not exactly making me that happy.
Ooh.
So she helped me. Yeah, my journey was a process. So she helped
Yeah.
me just try to stay the course because she was saying, all right, well, this is your last year. So
Mhm.
just finish. At least you can say that you finished.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah, good advice. So I pushed through and I finished. And after that, I was like, you know what? All right. I need some space to figure out what I need to do for me. So at that point, I went to Colombia and
Mm.
I taught English whilst I was trying to do this sort of like self-discovery and this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And whilst I was there, I was writing a lot.
Oh,
Like I
nice.
write a lot, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's for me, I think, where it all started to like come together, like in Colombia. So I started writing a lot, writing. And after that, when I came back to Trinidad, because I did return, so when I came back to Trinidad, it just seemed like
Mm.
all the little pieces was just starting.
Comes together. Yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the whoever I needed to meet, friends, well, new friends, of course, everything just
Yeah.
yeah, and then I just started really embracing like the dream of
Mm.
wanting to be, you know, a songwriter. Well, at that time, I wasn't even thinking like, you know, I want to be a
So
songwriter for artists, right? I was thinking more like, you know, okay, I want to be an artist. I want to be spotlight. You know, I was thinking more along those lines, and then
okay.
I was like, you know what? Because other people started talking to me, of course, because I met new people and stuff, and it was like, you know, being a songwriter is is not a bad thing. Like this
Mm.
could be really good for you. You could make money as a songwriter. You know, you could and just express yourself to the fullest. I mean, some
True.
And at the start, I wasn't so like sold on the idea of somebody else singing my song. I was like, but it's my song, though. I don't know. I was like, my song, somebody else singing my song. I don't know. But then afterwards, like, it's like you kind of have to let go. Like, you have to be able to just let go. And even, I mean, yes, it's yours. It will never not be yours. So I don't know, maybe this is for somebody else that needs to hear. Like, when you write a song, it's your baby. Like, somebody else singing it does not take away from the
From
brilliance
it, yeah.
that you and that is the product that you put out. So when I got to that place of thinking, that way of thinking, like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a real boss songwriter. I was like, this is gonna be real good. But yeah, and that's when I started write. Well, that's when the other different things started coming together too. So then, all right, so I get a little opportunity to write for Nailah. I was like, all right, cool. Then the next opportunity to write for Machel. Like, all right, nice. And yeah, and then, well, some more things to come, but we because I don't want to give that out, but certainly some more artists to come, and yeah.
Oh, that I mean, so the very first person, I mean, I have that with Marshall and stuff, and I'm gonna ask you those questions. But since you're on it, right? What were they the first people that you started writing for as you came out the gate?
Yeah, as I came out the gate, yeah. Because
How
what happened with me too is that I had a mindset of, if I'm gonna be doing writing for artists, like, because I want to write for artists and this is my idea, then I want to write for people who are established. Like, that was just my thing. So I never really took up the opportunities to write for anybody else.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's what I just kept practicing and practicing. And then when an opportunity came up to write for somebody that was established in the soca genre, I was like, all right, cool. We're gonna write for them and just yeah.
But that was good. I think catching that first break, I know how that feels. So catching that first break, then it just takes off from there.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it takes, I know for me, it take probably like 5 or 6 years, because then, you have to season yourself, you have to meet people, the people that
Yeah.
you associate with and so forth. And then you have to network. And the networking gets you where you want to be, with people recognizing you and so forth, So that's a good thing. But that's for Nailah and Machel starting off the gate. That's great.
Oh, yeah. And then I said to myself, like, later on, when I feel as though I have enough, like, in my back pocket there, then I would go ahead and be like, all right, then I'll write for other artists who may be like now starting and this sort of thing. But after I get what it is that I want to, you understand what I'm saying? After, yeah. Not right.
Wow, that is awesome. So many questions just flying through my head, but I have pre-think questions already. So I'm like, let me go ahead with the questions that
No
I
problem.
have. Can you tell us about the experience closing the Caribbean Rhythm Showcase in Kingston, Jamaica?
All right. So Caribbean Rhythm Showcase, that was a collection of like 20 to 30 artists or something like that. Of course, emerging artists who they're very talented, and it was a group of about 3 to 4 judges or so, all connected to Headline Entertainment, that could have said, all right, when we made our submissions, video submissions of songs or covers or so, who they thought were like the most talented. So a lot of people, a plethora of emerging artists, like sending their submissions, and they only chose a few out of 100 and something to 200 and something artists. And it was wonderful because then it was a collection of like-minded individuals. On top of that, we got to meet a lot of esteemed people in the music industry. Like, we have Shawnee B. All right, he was there. We had some vocal coaches.
Okay.
There was also some managers there. And on top of that, what was really nice, what I think was the icing on the cake, was that there were people who were label execs. So
Oh, nice.
A&Rs, that sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So meeting them, I think, was one of the best experiences because for me, like I met a guy that I still keep in contact with. All right, he's out in Canada, and very cool, very cool, very cool. Also part of a label, and yes, it's networking, and
Yes.
it was a wonderful experience in that sense.
Yeah.
Closing the show, was cool.
She's like, it's a breeze.
The band experience for me was the best
Mhm.
part because it was a band from, well, of course, out in Jamaica,
Mhm.
and school. That's the name, yeah. And
Oh,
I like being part of the band settings.
oh, nice. Very good. Um, you had mentioned your training in piano and singing. Um, I always say the same thing. Everything is a puzzle. When it comes together, it comes together beautifully, depending
Yeah.
on how you know. So, with your training in piano, singing, and classical ballet, how did it shape your artistry today?
Okay, so piano piano helped me get an understanding, I believe, of some of the melodies and stuff like that that I use right now.
Mm,
So it also helped me appreciate like classical music because I love all types of music, like not just soca or pop or something like that. I love all types of music.
mm,
Maybe except heavy metal. That's the only thing that I don't really have much of an appreciation for. But I think not just piano, but classical instruments,
mhm.
they help you get a better understanding of like music on a whole. Ballet. Ballet was just something for me. Ballet was just something for me. I can't say ballet really helped me with like because ballet is point shoes and flexibility and stuff. But I think as a whole, dance helps you with your rhythm. Dance helps you with interpreting songs, interpreting music. Dance helps with a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. So
Mhm.
yeah.
That's why when you were talking about academics and stuff, and of course, being a parent and raising your kids, you want them to excel in certain things, right? And being that your mom is a lawyer and your brother's a
Yeah.
lawyer and so forth. So, how did that impact your career as well? Like, how did it work into your career, being that you did all those like the studies that you did?
I think it just maybe gave me a lot of discipline
Mm,
and focus, uh,
yeah.
some tenacity in there because you can't, I mean, if you're serious about something, about anything, you can't just give up just because maybe 1 year is a little bit difficult or
Mm-hmm.
you didn't particularly get what you wanted, in 1 year, maybe things just didn't work out or something like that. And then you're just like, you know what, whatever. Because
Yeah.
then if that's the attitude, then you're not really serious about it. You have to be okay with like slow months, especially when you're now starting. You have to be okay with, the silence. You have to be
Yeah.
okay with the silence. You have to be cool with that and be able to still keep working. So I
Mm,
think for me, I keep working all the time. Like it doesn't
yeah.
matter. Like if I have a song out, if I don't have a song out this year, it's about the journey and being able to continue along the lines of what it is that you envision.
Mhm.
And yeah, just keep striving for your goals. And eventually, I mean, what's for you is for you at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually say those down times are good for you to regroup and
Yes.
see what you need to do. Your next
Mhm.
step is always when my parents told me there's always something to do, it literally, there's always something to do.
There's something to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know? Um, your singing dreams reflect your journey to Jamaica. What was the inspiration behind the tracks?
Behind dreams.
Yes, behind dreams.
Behind dreams. Dreams was a point in time when I was really embracing going towards, my goals.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what dreams was about. Dreams was about going towards your goals, being okay with going towards it. And actually going back to exactly what I said before,
Yeah.
like being okay with the tough times because you have to know and believe in your abilities and
Yeah.
still know that you're gonna make it out there like at the end of the day as a winner, successful, so that's what dreams is about. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have positive reinforcers for yourself in order to go on, you know. I had a question about writing. So I know a couple writers, and what they would do is, I just wanted to know what your format is. So I know you write for yourself and so forth.
Yeah.
We touched on that. But if you're writing for someone else, let's say if you know you're
Yeah.
writing for someone else, do you do it what you feel like, or they give you their, what their expectations?
So far it's been what I feel like.
Okay.
For the majority of it, I think for the Machel, that's the
Mhm.
one that I co-wrote on. So I didn't write the entire thing on Machel. That was between myself and Prince Pronto.
Okay.
So for that one, it was also what I felt, but because
Mhm.
of the timing of it, that one was a song that was done during COVID. So
Okay.
everybody was locked up inside,
Mm.
can't go outside. And usually what happens is I have the beat before anything. So the
Mm.
beat always frames what it is that the vibe is gonna be with this,
Okay.
at least for me. The beat always frames it. So, and as well as the context. So because the context was COVID and we lock up inside of stuff and we still trying to bring that party energy indoors,
Indoors, I remember those times.
that's what I was going for. So that's when I was like, all right, well, the living room is the playground. Watch it turn to the stadium. Da 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 da.
Ah.
That one, yeah.
Oh, wow. So working with Pronto and Marshall, could you explain, like, elaborate on it? How was it working with both of them together?
Um, Super easy. I mean, what happened was Pronto would have contacted me and then say, all right, well, I have this song, Masha wants a song, so can you help me in this regard? And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. So then I just went up to my bathroom. I'm like listening to this song. I was like, okay. And then that's how I came up with the hook for part of the hook for it. And I was like, all right, so I have this, I have something, let's go. And then we went into studio. After that, that was it. We sent Marshall what we would have had whilst working on it. And he was like, yeah, I like this. It sounds, I like the purity. He's like, I like the purity of it. I remember that. I won't forget.
Yeah.
I like the purity of it. He's like, all right, so you're going, go ahead. And then we laid down some like background vocals, my background vocals. And we kept going and that was it. That was it.
Mm.
Super simple, yeah.
Have you ever come across an artist who says, "No, I don't want this. This is what I want. I'm not feeling this song." How do you handle no's? That's like a two-part question.
Okay, so yeah, I experienced that before where it's like we do something and then we send it over and they was like, they wasn't really feeling it. And I say, okay, no problem. But it's never, you see, it's always a third. Well, for me, it's not direct. So they say it to the producer or whoever, and then the producer tells me, oh, okay, well, they're not really feeling this. I'm like, all right, no problem. And for me, it's always just on to the next one
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
so many like ideas in my mind and
Yeah.
also because I just want to be creative and I just want to keep writing. So if somebody doesn't like this one thing, it's always okay. It's never personal because it's just one song. Like you will have many other songs.
Yeah.
So just let it go. Yeah.
All right. So this question, I understand it, but just for people who are outside, like I've met people who would blend genres,
Yeah.
they will do hip hop with R&B and different things, right? How do you blend genres like soca and jazz into your music?
How I blend genres is just naturally, I want to say, because for me, soca and dancehall, especially in the beginning, in my
Mm.
beginnings, like soca and dancehall was like two peas in a pod for me. It couldn't really, I couldn't, it just used to go together. So in my writings, I have to say, like in my earlies, it always just used to come together like that. And I think that's how come Nobody Be Safe, my first song, had that kind of feel to it. So it didn't feel exactly like soca. It had a little bit more of a like Caribbean vibe. So and that's because I used to blend soca and dance all together like that. And then later on, I started experimenting with soca and pop.
Mm-hmm.
So One Dance was a tribute to that One Dance, that soca pop feel.
Yeah.
And right now, actually, from being in Jamaica and performing and stuff like that, I started to experiment a little bit with, let's say, jazz, kind of jazzy feel, and hip hop. Yeah. So that's something that I'm looking forward to doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. I know you said this before, but I wanted to concentrate on it. What message do you aim to convey through your lyrics?
Um, okay, so it depends as well. So if it's soca, I always want to bring, and I think in music in general, I always want to bring like a positive, uplifting vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And also for people to feel like happy, for them to feel like, all right, or maybe for them to feel like we could reach towards this goal. Yeah, yeah.
When you speak, I don't know if it's the Caribbean thing in us, but you're like the person in my head that says, Nicole, okay, on to the next. Let's go. It's okay. And I think we're happy-go-lucky people. So nothing really phases us,
Yeah.
And then when you have that positive outlook, like, I didn't know I was going to do voiceovers. I knew I wanted to be like an Angie Martinez or, interviewing people, but I never in my wildest dreams, I didn't even know about voiceovers,
Right.
but through everything, it was like an acceptance. Okay, I know I wanted to sing though. I really did.
Okay.
And I have a friend, I don't know if you know Smitty Smith. He's a producer, right?
Okay.
And he was like, Nicole, no. I was like, what do you mean no? I
No.
didn't know I could sing. But that's because I haven't trained in it. Like when I was younger, I used to do,
Yeah.
when I was in my high school and stuff, but now it's a different story.
Yes.
But it's just your mannerism and everything. It just sounds like the person that's always in my head. Like, okay, no problem.
Okay.
Let's go on. We got this.
Oh. And
Which is
you know,
good. Which is good.
thank you. And you know, you could always look at singing again. I mean, I don't know when it was that you first tried to, when the producer said no, but I don't know if that was a long time ago. Maybe there's a 10 years gap now or a 5 years gap now or something, or if it was recently.
When we were well, he's always said it. When we were friends, because I hear most of his songs and stuff like that when he produces. I was on one. Pretty did one where the girl stoops.
Okay.
So I did that. So I was on some of his, but I mostly
You have
spoke.
to send me that song. You have to
I
send me
will. I
when
will.
when he stoops so that I can hear it and I'll be like, oh, that was you.
I will send it to you. So
That's
I
so
did that. And I did a few other intros. Imani Ray, I do her intro and stuff like that. So I'll
you
send
could
it to
always,
you.
what I was gonna say is you could always go back to it because you never
Okay.
know, your voice develops and it changes over time.
True.
And
It does.
even if you don't do formal, let's say formal voice training with
Yeah.
somebody who sings and they know all about music, you could always still train your voice on your own. I found so because here in Jamaica, like my voice, I want to say is like 10 times better compared to what it was before.
Before. Okay.
Even just repetition,
Mm-hmm.
practicing songs. Like, so based on my set list that I have now, because I sing at lobbies, right?
Yeah.
That's part of the job. That's not the whole job, but part of the job is that you sing at the lobbies for the tourists, they come in and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And based on my set list, like I sing songs from people like Lauryn Hill, Etta James,
Mm.
those types of singers. And what I found is that they all have in common is that they have this, and this is not because I went looking for it. It just happened that way.
Yeah.
They all have this sultry lower register.
Especially Etta James. I love her songs.
And my
Yeah.
register,
Yeah.
just from repetition, my register, I developed this really nice low vocal, like
Yeah.
and when I started singing, there's a song, Lauren Hill. What's the name of the song? And I love it. You
Killing
know,
Me Softly.
yes, killing me softly.
Ah!
Right. But now, like I go so low, like there's a thrill that I do that I sing so low, and it's just from repetition. I could have never sing that before. Like never, ever.
Mm,
I wouldn't even think of trying to go down that low. But now,
okay.
so I just mean to say, like from repetition, your voice could, you know,
That's what I need to
yeah,
do. So that's what I'm gonna do. Because
yeah,
I was looking at this, it's something on TikTok where this guy teaches you how to use your voice. And he
yeah,
was telling people, breathe, hold in, you may have to lay down and project. What I
yeah,
realize is when you don't project, you don't get your voice out. And it goes the
right,
same with voiceovers as well. Like I was trying to record something, but it was night. I was like, "Cha, cha, cha," and thinking like this. So what I
yeah,
wanted to say wasn't coming out the way how I could really say it. So excuse me. So driving in my car, I belted out a tune. I was like, that's what you need to do. In
yeah.
order to get your voice out, you need to project and certain things that you do and stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell him, you said I can do it.
I think it is, yeah. Yeah, play that song morning, noon, and night. I'm telling you. You're going to
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Before we go on, could you let our guests, I mean not guests, but our audience know where they could find you if someone needs to, hire you or something like that?
All right. So you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, all right, Aisha Noel, or even at Miss Aisha Noel. And yeah, you can find me on Spotify, stream my music, Spotify, Apple Music, Audio Mac, all those good things, Aisha Noel.
Yeah. Can you tell us about your latest release? What makes it special to you?
All right. Nothing like soca. Let me start off with some credits. So Nothing Like Soca is from Kyle Phillips, all right? He's Bad John Republic, out in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course we have the Red Boys.
Yeah.
So they produced the song. It was recorded at the Basement Vicenza in Italy. And that song is a beautiful tribute to all the glory of soca music, and it also pays tribute to Kaiso and Calypso because I felt like you can't leave out Kaiso and Calypso if you're
True.
gonna be making a little tribute to soca as a whole, because it's not just where it is right now, but where it comes from. So, Calypso, Kaiso, and that's why I sang all the Calypso, Kaiso like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if Kaiso is not like a music that I would, on a daily reach for, it still
Mhm.
should be appreciated by,
True.
younger generations like myself. So yeah.
Mm.
Beautiful song about soca music and the joys of soca and how it uplifts you. And yeah, it was just one of those songs that, well, as the guy said in the article, happy song.
Yes.
It's one of those songs that, like, when I started writing it, I was like, all right, you know what? This beat, because as I say, I started over the beat. The beat is so pretty and bright,
Mhm.
is bright. And I was like, yeah. So I start off, I don't know, some reason I'm always near to the bathroom. I don't know, I'm washing my face. Maybe I'm just watching myself in the mirror. I don't know, but I was like right near the restroom and I was like, one morning, and as I said, one morning, I was like, yeah, one morning, I woke up with a smile. One morning, yeah, and yeah, I was just thinking, what's that song that somebody could reach for, like, just like, wake up and you're saying, today gonna be the day. Today's a real fetting day. We go to
Yeah.
we going to sing, but you want to start that day off. So that's where I got the inspiration for.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say the way you start your morning off is the way you're gonna feel for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
You know, no matter if somebody comes and they try to ruin your day or whatever, it's like you started off
That's
good.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think when that was a song that I heard, and I don't want to lie. Like I think it was probably in the morning, and it stayed with me all day. And then they
Oh,
told me your name and everything. I was like, no, she has to come on my show because I'm a person who loves positive energy. I
mm,
love good music, and it just make you feel really good.
yeah.
Um, and I
Thank you.
have to credit Ananda for doing his write up on you because he did such an awesome job.
Awesome job, yeah.
Yeah, I sent it to my group in the on the radio station Island Vibes, and as soon as he heard it, well, he knows you. He said he knows you.
Okay. Nice.
Um he had someone play a song and so forth on the radio. So he um he said, you know what, I'm gonna do the write up for her one time. So I was like, cool, that's good, and I'll send it to her. That's a perfect segue into you coming onto my show. So
On the show, yeah.
yeah, so you guys if you get a chance, go on Soca, SOKAH, Soca
Mm-hmm.
2 Soca, and you could go see the write up. I'll also put a link maybe so they can see the write up and so forth.
Yeah.
But it was really
It
inspiring.
was nice, yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna interject the song here so you guys could hear a snippet of it. Please do go on Apple Music. Once you type in her name, you'd get her there as well, and you see all her songs. And then we'll put a link in YouTube so you could listen to it as well. All right. Um all right, so we're going into a little bit about your future. What are your aspirations for the future for your music career?
Okay.
Or for the
Aspiration. I would love to write for movies. So I would love to write for movies, animations, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
I also would like to continue performing,
Okay.
right? On the stage, performing, plays, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's something that I want to keep doing. And of course, write. Yeah, I said writing already.
Yeah.
But
That's why.
yeah, yeah.
So I was listening to your songs on Apple Music. Let me see if I could go back and check. There was one you did. I think it was a theme song. It was a rap theme song. Hold on. I saw your name on it and they were rapping.
No. Well, then
Or did you just
that's some.
write? Yeah. Hold on. I saw your full name on it. It said something of a theme song for the show. I love you, I love her, something like that. Okay. So I'll look for that and check it out and see.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me go back to my questions. Um what loopholes do you see in the soca industry? Just your personal insight. That needs change.
Loopholes in the soca industry that needs change.
Yeah. Do you see anything that hampers upcoming artists from reaching their goals? Let's say from radio or something that maybe they're doing, but they're just not getting through.
Maybe a lack of networking. I feel as though in Trinidad and Tobago, because that's where I would speak from, in Trinidad and Tobago, there are a lot of emerging artists that, well, they want to be artists,
Mhm.
but not enough networking, not enough putting yourself in situations where you could meet the right people,
Okay.
or just meet people in general, you know. I would say getting out of the like friends kind of I don't want to say friend zone, but like you're staying with the people that and being afraid of criticism.
Mm, yeah.
Um, Criticism could be maybe one of your greatest allies, depending on who that you're speaking to.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And you touched on this, and it's another question that I had. Our marketing strategies. Do you think it's effective, and what is it lacking? But it's basically the same thing that you said, um, but more so with the Caribbean community, the way how we market ourselves in the industry.
I think that for soca, I think we're doing a good job in marketing ourselves. Soca is all around the globe.
Yeah,
Montano is doing a fantastic job of that. You
yeah,
know, I think in recent days I've seen Montano, Faye Lyons, and Bungie Garlin, of course,
yeah.
doing some really phenomenal stuff in the United States and
Mm-hmm.
abroad. Um, and yeah, so I think we're doing a good job in terms of marketing. We could always do more, of
More.
course. I could
Yeah.
see myself personally doing a lot more in that regard. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you, this is I have like a couple of serious questions, just personal insights, okay? If you think it's a going above and beyond the questions of the realm of what you usually answer, you can tell me, Nick, it's too serious. All right. So everybody's talking about the soca mafia. Do you think, in your opinion, that it exists?
A soca mafia. Yes and no. Yes and no. Because yes, in the sense that there are people that have a tight network and they promote themselves, but who wouldn't?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so because of this, you find that you hear more of some people than others.
Mm-hmm.
But no, in terms of there's always, you see, the thing about it is nothing is stopping anybody else from reaching their goals
Yeah.
and reaching what is for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the type of person where I strongly, strongly believe in what is for you will never miss you.
That is true.
So even if you don't have the support of your home base,
Mm-hmm.
if something is for you, I don't know, God gonna put you somewhere else on a plane to go somewhere else, and somebody else gonna hear you, and you're gonna get, it gonna be like a whole how to say Kevin Little situation.
Yeah.
Understand,
Yeah.
like how he went abroad, and then suddenly everybody know the song, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So no, in that regard, yeah, just because of me personally, who I am, how I
Yeah.
see life.
Yeah, that's my belief as well.
Yeah.
Our youths is our future. Where do you see our culture heading in terms of the local artists that once the big break kind of coincides with what we're speaking about currently?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, because I could only speak as Aisha Noel, I can't speak as
Yeah,
anybody else, so I will give
true.
my input.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel as though we're going in a direction, and this is not just Trinidad, this is the world in a whole. We're going in a direction where music, I mean, for me, music on TikTok, I mean, your song could blow on TikTok in an instant, right?
Yes.
Your
Yes.
song goes on TikTok in an instant, then it's going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the songs have to be very catchy. Those hooks come really quickly. All right, it's not that much of a story. Okay, so the storytelling aspect of it it sort of goes down, and it's also the topics that we're talking about. Now, I don't really agree with all 100% of the topics that being promoted, I should say, being promoted. So because of that, I sort of, as a person, I stay away from certain topics. You're not gonna find me singing certain songs. Now,
Okay.
see us going in a direction that the majority of us, not all of us, but I see the majority of us going in a direction where I just personally wouldn't go,
Okay.
because of my own personal beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're catching on to what it is that
Oh
I'm.
yeah. Yes, I am.
Yeah. So it's popular culture, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
popular in popular culture, and
Mm-hmm.
there's kind of where I see the majority of artists going. But you know, we always gonna find that ray of sunshine, you know, that is just so refreshing, and we like, you're not talking about the same thing everybody else talking about. Thank you, Jesus. When that
Exactly.
person, yeah, and when that person comes along, for me personally, I'll be like, yeah, promote, please, just push. I will give all my back. I play that song 100 times. I don't care. Like, yeah. But on a whole, I personally do really like where I see popular culture going. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Someone said before that, well, in the group that I'm in, right? So DJs speak and stuff like that. So they're saying that soca does not have a sound. How does that come across to you? Like, if you have to say soca has a sound, how would you um
So when they say
draw that
soca,
picture?
doesn't have a sound, right?
Mhm.
What is it that they're trying to say?
That's what I'm trying to understand. It's like, okay, so they said reggae has a sound because there's a certain particular sound that it has. And the way how Jamaicans dress, they have a certain way that they dress. But
Right.
with soca, everybody dresses. I don't know how people expect people who sing soca to dress. But then they
Mm,
say hip hop people dress a certain way. Um, country music people dress a certain way. So
okay.
that's someone's own interpretation, what they seeing of okay, soca
What
does
they
have a
see.
sound. But I believe soca has a sound because there's so many different rhythms that comes out, the beat, the I mean, hip hop, R&B, and all those
Yeah.
is a part of soca,
Hmm.
right? So that's why I'm trying to if somebody says that to you, what would you think? Like, would you say that soca does have a sound and this is what it is like if you're trying to say, okay, this is soca? We know soca because we're in it and we feel it and we know what it is and we know what the music sounds like. But if you have to explain what soca is to someone, what would you say to differentiate it from reggae?
Mm. Well, soca is a mix of Indian and African sounds, right? Um, I think growing up in the Caribbean and growing up in Trinidad and Tobago, I will
Mhm.
always know what is soca and what is not soca. But
Yeah,
just because my ears are trained in that,
trained.
right?
Mhm.
And even if somebody calls a song soca, if I'm hearing things that exclude like the bass and exclude the sort of blending of Indian and African songs,
Yeah.
gonna exactly place that as soca. Now,
Mhm.
there are different types of soca as well. Like we have soca from Trinidad and Tobago. We have soca like Lucian soca.
Mhm.
Then we have soca coming up from Guyana and all these different countries, but they all have something in common though.
Mhm.
And I think that particular thing that we all have in common is what makes it soca.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be also the BPMs of how fast it's
Yeah.
played,
Yeah.
and besides the instruments that we have
The
as
instrument,
well.
yes,
Yeah, but the instruments make it what it is
what it is,
in
yeah.
order to follow.
But
Okay.
you can't play reggaeton and tell me it's soca because I'm gonna hear reggaeton.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. Yeah. All right. How do you maintain positivity and focus despite challenges in the music industry?
positivity and focus, mindfulness. Mindfulness. I'm practicing a lot of mindfulness, and it really helps me just stay present.
Yeah.
Um, it's not a rush. Nothing is a rush for me, and it's about living in today.
Mhm.
So if I'm living in today, I can't be worried about tomorrow, next 2 years from now. No, 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 no. Like I'm going about my day and I'm focused on being aware of what's happening with me today. And of
Today.
course, I want to be happy. So if I want to be happy, then I have to focus on positive thoughts. I mean, it's not always going to be, as simple as I say,
Yeah.
but I also love meditation. So this also helps me like center myself and
Mm. Oh, that's great. All right. Do you mind? Because I know I didn't take a break. We went straight into the questions and so forth, right? And our recording that's gonna go on YouTube is gonna have your music playing.
love,
Huh?
lovely.
Yeah. So I wanted to know, would you mind doing an acapella for me with my favorite song, your most current song?
Yes.
Take it away.
From the top.
Yes.
All right. One morning, I woke up with a smile. One morning, the whole place feel full up of vibes. That's right. This morning, feels so good to be alive, and I thank God. Today the sun will shine. Have nothing like soca, no feeling like the rhythm is still on the bass. Can't touch me like soca, now feel it like soca. Get me excited. Bring rhythm, bring steel, and bring bass. Whoa. Watch how we jumping round, yeah, we having fun, we together. Watch how we jamming down, take our lips, so girl, what make you so sweet? Have no rainstorm, cloud, we breathe any weather. Don't make me pull out this soca in me. Can't stop me, I'm feeling it. Can't stop me, I'm feeling it. I'm winding down low, 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 low again. Can't stop me, I'm feeling it. Can't stop me, I'm feeling it. I'm winding down low, 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 low again. All right.
Yay! So beautiful. So such a great song to start off your morning. Honestly. Very, very nice.
One morning, I woke up with a smile. One morning, the whole place feel full up of vibes. That's right. This morning, feels so good to be alive, and I thank God. Today the sun will shine. Have nothing like soca, no feeling like the rhythm, the steel and the bass. Can't touch me like soca, not feel it like soca. Get me excited. Bring rhythm, bring steel and bring bass. Whoa. Watch how we jumping round, yeah, we having fun, we together. Watch how we jamming down, take our lips, so girl, what make you so sweet? Have no rainstorm, cloud, we breeze any weather. Don't make me pull out this soca in me. Not stop me, I'm feeling it. Can't stop me, I'm feeling it. I'm winding down low, 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 low again. Can't stop me, I'm feeling it. Can't stop, we feeling it. We winding down low, 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 low again. Carnival will never stop. Watch how it does lift we up, bringing together different creeds and races. So Stephen keep eating that pan. Boom ba dum be dum boom bam ba. It's soca, calypso, kaiso. Have nothing like soca, no feeling like the rhythm, the steel and the bass.
Back to our regular scheduled program. Table Talk.
So what advice would you give emerging artists? I know I had asked this before, but just maybe another advice that you'd give emerging artists trying to find their voice.
Don't be afraid to experiment. Do everything, everything. R&B, hip hop, write some stuff. Don't be afraid, and you're gonna find your voice. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you believe in constructive criticism? Like,
of course.
I have some
Well,
people who, they come into the soca industry, maybe not from the soca industry. I have an artist like that, and she's received so much flack because she's not from the Caribbean, right? But she has a beautiful voice as well, you know? So if someone has to give you constructive criticism of where you should go, what you should do, how do you take that into, how do you make that work for you?
well, you have your own, because my thing about this, I don't think that you should let go of everything that you hold about yourself just because somebody else says something, because everybody gonna have opinions. But stay true to yourself first off, and from there, take what they say. You could see what you could take, because you have to filter. So see what you could take from it and apply. What isn't important, well, we just let go of those little stuff on the side there, and you keep going, but staying true to you. because somebody could say, no, you're better off doing X. But
True.
I mean, if you don't see yourself as that, it doesn't make sense going that way, because then you wouldn't be being true to you. So be true to you at the end of the day and receive what you can. And yeah.
That's beautiful. If there was one message or feeling you hope to leave your fans through your music, what would it be?
Inspired. Inspired. I think that's the best word for me, inspired. I want them to feel like they could reach towards their goals. I want them to feel like uh it's a good day to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, great. All right, so we're gonna insert her music here so you guys could hear some of it. I'm sure you've heard us talk so much and there's a lot of information to to take and stuff like that. So let me just tell you guys, you could see Table Talk Show on YouTube. That's Table Talk Show with Nikki G the Voice. You can also add me, Nikki G the Voice, on Instagram, Nikki G Media on Instagram. And right now we have Island Vibe also have our platform where you could tune in. You download the app and you could tune in, or you could also go on the web if maybe your phone is full and you have no memory and you need to do it online, right? So we're gonna play Aisha's song for a minute and then we'll come back. Just take a short break.
Alelelele, 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 alelelele. When it's dark and I can't find my way, when it's cold outside and nobody else will stay, well, I know I'm warm in God's embrace. He gives me all I need. He's always there for me. Sit down, blessed in this city, blessed in this field, blessed in my hometown. I'm blessed. He's sit down, blessed in the weather, all time and space. His love forever for me. So I say, lift the alley, alley, bring the alley, alley, we love the alley, hallelujah. And we say, bless the alley, alley, bring the alley, alley, lift up the alley, hallelujah. Know you want the victory, say with me.
So fun and lighthearted questions I have for you. All right.
Alright.
I have my game. The time goes by really fast. I know some people is like, oh my God, it's 2 hours. What are we gonna talk about and stuff? But it goes by so fast.
Okay.
And I enjoy asking the questions.
All right, nice. So then.
You're good so far?
So yeah. We
Okay,
good.
awesome. Do you need to take a break, a drink, anything at all?
No, I have my tea here, so
Awesome. All right. Oh my God, I've been drinking this tea um that my mom has, and
Mhm.
it's lemon and ginger. But I usually do my own. That's
I
what you
think
have?
the one that I have here is lemon and ginger, yeah.
Oh, nice. And
Yeah.
that's what I have. I
I
have
love tea, though. I don't know, I just love tea. Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah.
is that one.
The same. So I have that. I've been drinking that, and it's very close to me making the natural flavored one. So it's so much
Yes.
easier to drink this. Yeah. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would
Mhm.
it be? Either yours or someone else's?
Pretty for the rest of my life, Jesus. Maybe it would be Enya,
I know Enya, yeah.
one of her songs.
Mm. Okay.
Cause she has a nice, kind of classical. Da, na, 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 na. Is it Caribbean Sea or something like that?
I think so. I can't remember the name of them, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Caribbean Sea, I think.
But she has a very nice voice.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's a unique talent or skill you have that your fans might not know about?
talented skill.
So we know you play piano, we know you did ballet, classical jazz, you've been trained in that and so forth. But what is something, doesn't necessarily have to be music, but anything you might want someone to know that you have a skill, and we know you do writing. What
Yeah.
else maybe we don't know?
I did karate.
Mm.
I did karate. So I could fight.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. I did karate for a long time actually. I did karate up till brown belt, third degree, or whichever is the one before black belt.
Yeah.
All the way up to that, yeah.
Have you ever had to use it at any point in time besides practicing?
No, never. Thank
Thank
God.
God. Thank God. Yeah, that's true. If your life were a movie, what genre would it be and what would you play? And who would you play you? Wait,
Who
wait,
would
wait.
play me? That's a nice question.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it would be a rom-com
Uh-huh.
because a lot of things in my life are very funny. And also I think I'm a very emotional person. So that goes to the writing. It goes hand in hand. So
Okay.
I don't really like that. I think that's something that I don't really like about myself, that I'm so emotional. But at the same time, I learned to accept it because it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the writing. So
True.
um
It's hand in hand.
yeah. And
And
I
who would play you?
I love romance too. So I love rom-coms. So I think it'd be who will play me? I want to say this person, but I don't want to say her because because no. Um,
You don't have to.
no. Who will play me?
Mhm.
Lauren Hill.
Oh yeah.
I love Lauren Hill. So Lauren Hill.
She is so dope. When she
Yeah.
acted, the first movie she
In
acted in,
yeah. Yeah.
inspiring. Yeah, yeah. What is your favorite comfort food from Trinidad and Tobago?
From Trinidad, favorite comfort.
Comfort food.
Um,
Unless it's in Jamaica, since you've been there
mm-mm,
more.
no, it's in Trinidad. It's in Trinidad. I love Pilori.
Yeah.
Pilori. Pilori.
Mm. Polori by itself or with the
Oh,
chutney
Pilori with the yeah.
or the sauce, tamarind sauce?
Yeah, tamarind sauce.
Okay. All right. If you could time travel to any concert in history, which one would you attend?
Any concert. Maybe a Tina Turner
Mm.
or Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Imagine combined how that would be.
Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy.
Do you have a pre-performance ritual or lucky charm you swear by? Or any rituals you might do or anything like that?
Pre-performance, I say, okay, let's go give them Aisha. So that's one of my pre-performance things. Yeah, I look in the mirror and I'll be like, okay, time to give them Aisha.
With three snaps. Oh my gosh. If you weren't a musician, what career do you think you would be rocking right now?
Oh, if I wasn't the lawyer.
I
Lawyer.
thought that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What's the weirdest or most surprising thing that's ever happened to you on stage?
Hmm. Weird, so much surprising. I feel like no.
Anything that took you off guard, or maybe you tripped, or
I feel
you
like I would have to answer that question for you later because I
okay.
don't think, yeah. I feel like I have something, but
Yeah.
I will have to by
Nothing stands out at the moment. Okay. Who would you love to swap lives with for a day and why?
Rihanna. Rihanna. Rihanna, yeah, no, just because I feel like it would be very interesting to like just get that insight, that one day insight, like into what her life is like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody wants her to sing right now, but I read something where it says sometimes, well, you love music, so you're doing that and stuff. But they said that she got into the music, and I love her singing, even though people, have their own
Opinions, yeah, but
opinions and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I love that she loves life and she's doing things her way.
Mm-hmm.
And if she wants to make bras or makeup and all that stuff, she's
She's doing
doing
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not
She
letting
want to make
anybody
her
stop
kids now, she's doing that.
her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really like that. Um if you could create a dream music festival lineup, which three artists or bands would you headline?
Lauren Hill, Celine Dion,
Hmm.
and well, Adele is on a break, but if she wasn't on that break, Adele.
She is amazing.
Amazing. I love
She
Adele.
I saw a video where she sang a guy wanted to propose to his girlfriend,
Yeah.
and she brought her out, and the girl didn't know that she was literally in front of a whole big audience. Did you see
Yeah.
that? I don't know if you saw that.
No, I'm gonna go YouTube it. I'm gonna
Oh
go.
my God. And then Adele was like, "Oh, are you okay?" and everything. And she started singing to her. And
I
when she
love
turned
her
around,
personality.
she's
She has such a nice
lovely, lovely.
personality. I
Yeah,
love.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Very lovely personality.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I saw you unboxing a mic, right? And I was
Oh,
like, what is that feeling like? Like when you get something that contributes to your singing, or a gadget or something. What's that
yeah.
feeling like?
It's a wonderful feel. It's feel like Christmas, because then you're like, ooh, this is a new thing, and I'm gonna use this. And yeah, my boyfriend bought it for me.
Oh,
Um,
beautiful.
because it was a mic that I use in one of my shows. So
Mhm.
when I first saw that mic, I was like, oh my gosh, this mic's so nice. And I was just in a trance with the mic. And then I liked what it made my voice sound like. So I was telling myself, and I was telling him too, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this mic. Like I was telling him I'm gonna buy this mic, I'm gonna thing. And then I don't know, time was passing, and you know how it goes where like you say, okay, I'm gonna get this, and then it just goes to the back of your head and you completely forget all about it. And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then he bought it for me for my birthday.
Oh my gosh. I saw the smile and I saw you unboxing it and stuff. I was like, that is beautiful, you
Yeah.
know? Personal life balance. So, I mean, as an artist, or entertainer, we have so many things going on. How do you balance that with taking a vacation, relationships, and so forth? Relationship, friendships, stuff like that. How do
Mm.
you balance that as a female artist? What's your formula?
Okay. I think self-care for me. So I take a lot of time just for like my self-care, and I take that as like time to relax as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like, doing your nails, doing your hair, just a little upkeep stuff.
Yeah.
And that helps me relax. And also, I have to confess, I don't have that much free, I want to say like free time. My first year here in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
free time was like zero. Like I
Mm.
didn't have much free time. But now I have a little more free time to myself. I mean, I recently went on vacation, so that
Yeah.
was a big breather. So we went Trinidad and then we went to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
It was lovely. I had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's important. It's important taking care of yourself and,
Yeah.
having that balance, as you say, striking that balance. Yeah.
Yeah, you need that balance in order to move on. Some people say they wouldn't take a vacation. Let's say hypothetical, you start in a new job. Some people wouldn't take vacation probably for a whole year just to
Mm.
get in the groove of the job. Some people wouldn't take vacations at all. They probably just use it for personal time.
That was me actually. I didn't take a vacation for a whole year. A whole
Mm,
year, no vacation. And so when I finally went on vacation, it was like freedom. Yeah.
it relieves. Yeah, I come straight home. There was a time where I would go nowhere else but Trinidad.
Yeah.
If I needed to see my family. And then the one time that I literally went to another country, I started going to that country more
Okay.
because I was like, the feeling was so interesting. It felt like my second home. So I was like, let
Yeah.
me just go over there. But I wanted to jump back. I had my game questions and some fun questions for you, but I realized we needed to speak more on the songs that you have released.
Okay.
We could go through a couple of them one by one. So you started in, was it 2018 or
Yeah.
2019?
2018.
2018, right? Let me see which one. Um, but we could focus on that. When you started in 2018, elaborate about the song and what was the feeling of coming out with your first song. Um,
Yeah. So that song "Nobody Be Safe" was produced by Ballistic Boys.
Mm-hmm.
So that one, of course, when I first started, I was going to anything and everything. I live in San Fernando. In
Mm-hmm.
Trinidad, I live in San Fernando. So because of that, I was going like Port of Spain, a lot of trips on the road.
Okay.
Dad would go with me. He was very, very, very supportive. So he would drive me up the road here, there, everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, and I went to this open mic. So it was an open mic and it was sort of like a competition. Um and they were saying whoever win, they'll get their music produced, valued, how much ever money and this and that.
Mm.
Now the funny thing is I didn't win, right? I sang, and after I sang, the producers, I didn't know they were the producers. They just pulled me to the side and they were like, "Hi, you just so." It was like, "All right,
Uh-huh.
we want to produce you." Right?
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, "We want to produce you." No, the competition didn't finish yet. It's just like, "We want to produce you, so don't tell anybody anything. We're gonna do our thing." And then, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, don't worry, don't worry."
My paws just raised.
Yeah. And then
Uh,
someone won. I think it was a guy he was playing the guitar and he was doing some kind of Spanish song, whatever.
mhm.
I think he won. But that was it. I don't think I went back into another because the point was I already got what it is that I came there
Came
for.
forward,
I
yeah.
didn't bother to do any more songs or anything. So I think the competition just went on and I went in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that song was my, as I say, the first song. So that's my breakout song for me. That's my
Yeah.
breakout song personally.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, so nobody gonna be safe. When I enter, Aisha here, and that was the vibe. That was the vibe. I was like, Aisha here, yeah. So everybody else, watch where you're back. I
Oh
was,
my God.
I was
Uh-huh.
nobody be safe, yeah. And then
Oh,
also to speak my truth. So I was saying, like I just want to be free. Like
Mm,
so that's why those were the first words that I chose in the song. Yeah.
I like that. All right. And then you also have Soca Fever, that's 2020.
Yeah.
Lifestyle
Right. Yeah.
and Realist Things.
Yes.
Could you elaborate on those?
Yeah.
Mm,
So Soca Fever was with my friend Beyond Graham, all right, KVG.
mm-hmm.
And Soca Fever was one of my like soca, that was a real soca song.
Yeah.
And I did a whole music video for it and everything. Beautiful music video. So go check that out. If you hear what, check it out. All right. Um, and Soca Fever is a beautiful song. It's on a rhythm. It was with Five Star Akil. When he was singing soca at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Rhymes. Teddy Rhymes, I think, is also on that.
Is it Hello Bacchanal rhythm?
Hello Bacchanal, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yes, Realist Thing was with Olatunji featuring Olatunji. That was on the Chinese Laundry. All right. So-called Soca Mafia that people talk about.
You said
No, that everybody, I mean, I feel like that's not even a secret. Everybody know that this is the whole Soca Mafia that
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yes, and I love that song. Realist Thing is one of my favorites out of all the songs that I produce that I put
Mm,
out. It's one of my favorites because it's like promoting self-confidence and as a African female, putting out that sort of energy where it's like, you're African queen, feel good about you, and this sort of thing. And Olatunji just came on so well on that track, complimenting, the African queen and for what she stands for and, her beauty and all these things. So
yeah. And he has a beautiful voice.
yeah, he
Like
does.
I listened to the song and very beautiful. The way he
When I first started, Olatunji was one of the artists that I wanted to collaborate with. When I first like my first ideas of like people who I wanted to collaborate with, Olatunji was one. Of course, Montano. All right. So that one's still in the making, but I would love to collaborate with Montano as well on a track.
Oh,
I think
nice.
that's the powerful stuff.
What about Kes or Zaria and some of the?
Yes, Kes as well. I mean, Kes is amazing, right? Kes is amazing. I think just for me, there are certain artists that I just gravitate to
Okay.
as an artist myself.
Mm.
So Olatunji, it was for his voice. Like I like his vocal abilities.
Yes.
Machel Montano, the message and the energy. For me, is the message and the energy. I love his energy.
Yeah.
And I would love to do a song with Machel because of those things. And also, actually, Fayan Lyons. Fayan Lyons. I think I would like to write for Fayan. Write something for Fayan. Yeah. Because I think she explores not just soca, but I've heard her do something that sounds a little popish, pop-esque. So I would like to do something for Fayan too, just because she experiments a little bit more.
She does. Yeah.
Than some of the other artists, yeah.
Yeah, she really does. And then you have Dreams. We spoke about that. And then your most recent song. So how do you feel overall? Like I know you've been talking about feelings and feelings and feelings and stuff, but overall I'm a feelings person too.
Overall, I feel good. I feel like I've grown a lot. And I feel as though I could see it and I could hear it in what I'm putting out now. And in the work that I'm doing off the scenes where people can't see just yet. But yeah, I feel confident about my craft. I feel more confident about my craft in terms of the singing and my writing abilities. So I feel good. I feel like I'm in a good place. Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. So we're gonna take a short break. Take a short break. We're gonna play her music. Aisha, I want you to give our listeners your contacts and your fan pages and everything that you have so they could go on where to hear your music and so forth.
All right. So you can contact me. Feel free to contact me on Instagram. You can reach me at Miss Aisha Noel. My Gmail at contact@aishanoel@gmail.com. All right. And you have my YouTube account, Miss Aisha Noel, Spotify, Apple Music, all those good stuff. You can stream my music online, Aisha Noel. All right. Yeah. That's it.
Very good. I love your composure. I always like giving people their flowers and telling them how they are and how they come across. And like how you say you gravitate to people is like when you message me, and even now, it's like I like not necessarily like minds, but like just this how you are. Just your aura is what I'm
Thank
saying.
you. Thank you.
Your aura is
It's lovely being here with you too, Nikki.
Thank you.
Conversation, yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play her song, take a quick break, and then we'll come right back with more. I have games. I have a couple of games questions.
I like it. Actually, I've taken note of some of these games because I would want to try it out on some of my friends at work and see what they think. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll send them to you. So we're gonna play some music really quick, and then we'll come back.
Table Talk Show with Nikki G the Voice.
Yeah. One life. This a one shot. One life, now can't live twice. Them can't stop what them can't fight. Them can't fight with nobody, no. It's me lifestyle, live a lifestyle, your lifestyle. Keep the vibe right, the vibe high. Feel like I can hit them one shot. It's a lifestyle, your lifestyle. Live a lifestyle, your lifestyle. Real bad boy, dead by my side. So this I only take one shot. Plant it, get them if you want it. Lock on, every lock on me target. As outside girls it, bad girl in us. Rude girl way, so your man might want it. A murder, with the fire. Murder, place it up higher in these streets. It's a promise them a keep my bad mind a burn up. One life now can't live twice. Now can't live twice. Them can't stop what them can't fight.
Get your bottle and spoon and come. Roll call.
Soca fans, get ready to turn up the heat. This is Nikki G from Nikki G Media, bringing you the ultimate soca vibe. Island Vibe. Dive into the electrifying soca mixes from Philly's best Caribbean station, Island Vibe Radio. IslandVibe.net.
We are the sound of soca. Big bad soca. Soca.
We deliver the best soca vibes from across the Caribbean basin. Let the music take control. Let's vibe together with the best Caribbean music from our prolific DJs. It's time to feel the soca and embrace the energy and party with us.
We now start. Get ready, day. Set a bong start. Me three on the way. We lining up. Ready to charge ahead.
Our Island Vibe DJs bringing you the best and the latest soca music exclusive for our fans. The mixes will be featured on Soca to Soca and Island Vibe. Island Vibe and Soca to Soca.
It's going to be a tipsy new year at Calabash Banquet Hall. Join us on Tuesday, December 31st at Calabash Banquet Hall for a tipsy New Year's Eve celebration. Get ready to party at 6208 Lancaster Avenue, Philadelphia, PA. Doors open at 9 p.m. with an epic lineup of DJs, including DJ Kirsch, DJ Hidden Talent, DJ Ross, and Killa Milla. Plus enjoy a live performance by the one and only soca artist and professional drinker, Yankee Boy.
Plenty liquor running.
Yankee Boy. Celebrate the new year with a free champagne toast at midnight, drink and bottle specials all night, and delicious food available for purchase. Tipsy Tuesday, New Year's Eve. Ring in the new year with Ras FM Sound and Philly's #1 radio station, Island Vibe Radio, at the Calabash Banquet Hall, 6208 Lancaster Avenue, Philadelphia, PA. Tickets available online at frontlineticketing.com. Search for Tipsy Tuesday New Year's. Don't miss out on the biggest New Year's Eve party of the year. For more info, contact 917-301-1991 or reach us on Instagram and Facebook at Ras FM Sound or email rasfmsound@gmail.com.
Life where I never see.
Table Talk is now in session.
Listen.
All right. So we're back with Table Talk Show with Nikki G, the voice, on Island Vibe Radio. My guest, Miss Aisha Noel.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
I know. I was just saying. I was trying to say Aisha Noel at the same time with you. So.
Yes. Oh, okay. So we're back with Aisha, Miss Aisha Noel, and it has been such a beautiful day. Like as I said before I went on break, her aura and everything is so genuine. There's a lot that you could learn from. As I said before, success leave clues, and I try to, not that I filter my guests. I always have guests who are entertaining, who have if it's a musician, they could come on here and give other people insight on how you could go about doing your music, if you need management skills and so forth. So there's one question that I had for you, and I know you touched on it. You say you like collaborations. So you do more collaborations for yourself with teams, but do you have management?
No, right? Currently, no. I'm independent. Yeah.
Independent artist, which is good. But the collaborations is really good. I believe in that networking if you're able to do that. All right. So my games. We have half an hour. The time has really gone by really fast.
Yeah.
A quick half an hour. Yeah.
11:35 on my side already.
Yeah, same here. Okay, so this is one word answers. When you hear the word, you just give me a one word answer. If I feel that it needs a little bit of more context or I need you to explain, then I'll ask you. All right. So, Aisha,
Yes.
that's the word.
Wait. Start over. Wait.
Okay. So one word,
And
one word answers. So as soon as you hear the word,
what comes to
whatever comes to mind, just say
whatever.
it. One
Right.
word. All right. So I'll start with something else. Life,
Fantastic.
music,
So many words come into my mind right now.
say it. Say
I just
it.
got bombarded with words.
Say your words.
Talent. Talent.
You could say more if you want.
All right. Music, talent, rejuvenating, positive vibes, energy. Okay, good.
Nice. Trinbago or Trinidad and Tobago.
Home,
Soca.
calypso.
Aisha.
Noel.
Okay. Relationship.
Woo. Relationship, family.
Okay, good. Did I say music? Music.
You said music,
I did. Okay. Success.
happiness.
Awesome. And that's it for that.
All right.
Well done. All right.
Wow.
My next game is this one is
I
more
don't
of an
feel like I
elaboration. You ain't got to me yet.
Yeah.
I have two
Do
sets.
that.
Just one
Yeah.
with game quotes,
Mhm.
right? I'll read you some and then I'll give you time to tell me what quotes you've heard in life. I'm a collector of quotes and I
Mhm.
like posting them, right?
Okay.
So I have reached for the stars. So if you fall, you have the clouds to fall back on.
Okay.
Success leave clues. I've said that a million times in the interview. And everything in due time, nothing happens before.
Okay.
What are some quotes that you carry in your lifetime that you would say to yourself or to anyone else?
A lot of the quotes that I say to myself comes from the Bible. So
Okay.
for me, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's one that I say constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Reach for the stars one is the reach for the stars, you fall on like a cloud or something like that. That's one that I say as well, that I in the back of my mind.
Okay.
Hmm.
Maybe one more.
I'm the head and not the tail, above and not beneath.
Oh, nice. And the head and not the tail. Say
I'm
that
the
again.
head and not the tail, above and not beneath.
I love that. You'll send that to me. I don't want to be typing while I'm
I'll
interviewing.
send you the whole thing. I'll send you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. All right. So my last set of game questions, right? Um, what would you what would make you happy?
Hmm. What would make me happy?
Mhm.
As in,
In general, however you think whatever would make you happy besides eating cereal or eating like a nice
because I love food.
lorry.
I love food. So
I know. So
I mean, I'm happy right now. What would make me even happier? Achieving my goals, my dreams, um, staying healthy, um, family life. For me, family is super important. So good family maintaining, a good family life and connection with God, and that's it.
I like that. Okay. If heaven had a gate and you could walk there.
What is this thing?
Girl, I saw this question and it's like the reaction I saw people reacted. I was like, it was interesting. So I was like, I'm gonna ask that question. I'm gonna keep that in my question thing. So if
Okay,
heaven had a gate, you're
uh-huh.
alive, you're not dead or nothing like that, but heaven had a
Mhm.
gate, and just like you're going to visit a friend,
Okay.
right? What advice would you like God to give you, or what would you like him to tell you?
Hmm. the keys to living a good life. Yeah. I want to know what's the key to living a good life. Like how, just tell me exactly how to go about life. That's what I would want to know. Actually, Aisha, my name Aisha means living a good life. So yeah.
That's nice. Very good. If you had to change something from your island, what would it be? Something maybe Trinidad might be lacking, Trinbago might be lacking, and we need, and you think it will help, even though, you could probably think of a million things,
If
but
I share something about my island, I would change location. I would change where it is.
really,
I would
where would
move. I would put it somewhere, I don't know, England or something. So that
really?
so that I could go to England easier. Thing that I would-
Okay. Okay. I just to piggyback off of that, the only reason why I mean, it'll be nice because I would be able to walk to it and I wouldn't have to fly. But the way how our island gets away from all the tornadoes and all that type of stuff,
Yeah, that
I
too. We get away from everything. That's
yeah,
true.
I feel that's a
So
safe
maybe,
place.
so maybe because of that, I wouldn't want to change the location. True. Trinidad escapes earthquakes. We escape
Yes.
hurricanes. Like they pass right next, right next to
Mhm.
the next week.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I mean, thank God because, it's a small country, so
that's the only thing though that I could think of that I would change for Trinidad.
yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like it could be a little closer to like somewhere like England, a little closer to the United States, just a little closer.
Easier access too.
Yeah, yeah.
What advice would you give your younger self?
I would say the same advice that I would have given to other people, like aspiring artists, to stay true to yourself. Because I think if I stayed true to myself before and gave myself that validation, to be, it's okay to be you, then I may have searched and pieces of the puzzle for music might have come sooner for me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Same for the soca industry. What would you change? Anything that you would change in the soca industry?
I mean, currently I'm seeing artists that doing some stuff that I enjoy, like Problem Child. Not just looking at soca in the traditional, okay, we're gonna write a wine and jam down song. You understand what I'm saying? Like I seeing him, and well, I think there are like a few others, but like especially him, like looking at soca in less of a traditional sense, like so it's still party but it's creative, like because you can never forget that song where him and did I say Problem Child? Anyway,
Not sure.
but yeah, but I'm seeing them doing stuff like you won't forget this song with the you're not going to work today.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But just that I like the approach.
yeah.
And just remind me the question real quick because my mind got sidetracked there for a second.
What would you change in the soca industry?
Right. So I would probably tell more artists and writers to experiment a little bit more, like with the themes, because the themes always have to be wine and jam down. Like yes, we want to wine and stuff like that, but you could still do it to other themes. Like I would just say be a little more creative.
Yeah, something relatable
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that, other
And
than
I like the direction where they go and where they singing about other stuff, but it's
yeah,
still relatable. And
yeah,
still giving my vibe. And still giving my that energy. And if I feel to whine, I can still whine. So yeah.
yeah. Very nice. And that's it for my games.
Woo!
I want to.
Wow.
You survived. Oh my God. But the 2 hours went by really well. I applaud you for, my questions and how easy it came to you
You have to say
flawlessly.
for those questions though, because I want to ask some of the people at where I work. I want to be like, okay, so you're at the gate, heaven. I want to ask them. Yeah, I want to do that. That'd be
All
nice.
right. No problem at all. So I'm going to give you the floor. Whatever you want to say to my guests, any messages that you want to send across, anything like that that you feel musicians, women, males, anything that you want to say, I'll give you the floor.
All right. So this, of course, is Aisha Noel speaking, and I want to thank Nikki G for having me, all right, on the Table Talk show. It's been wonderful. I love all the questions. She really had me thinking this morning. Right. And I just want to thank her and, of course, thank all of you for tuning in. All right. And, if there are musicians here, I want to encourage you guys to keep doing what you're doing. You're highly appreciated. And I salute you all. And keep having a good day.
Awesome. Awesome. So keep it locked to Table Talk Show. We need you, the voice. Everyone who's locked on and listening right now on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and so forth, thank you very much for showing us your support. And it's been a great, great time. Thank you again for being on our show. And we want you to know that this is if it's you have a first home, you have a second home here where you could send us your music, any new songs that you have. You have my email and you could, feel free. All right. I'll pass you my questions and I wish you a great day today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep it locked to Table Talk Show and Need You the Voice on Island Vibe Radio. Today we have a marathon going on after my show. So keep it locked with other DJs. And I shouldn't say if I don't, but you guys will be seeing me every single weekend. Do have a great weekend and enjoy yourself and keep it locked to Table Talk Show and Need You the Voice and Island Vibe Radio. Take care.
Me a the realest thing, Me a the realest thing, Me a the realest thing. African queen, that's a dream. Small talk, mind made up. Right for me, man, me not take chain up. The body good, the body top notch. A boy could look, but he can't touch. And when I call the phone, he had to answer. He never let me go to sleep with anger. It's me alone, yeah, I'll be right for. And that's why me alone go die for you. Me a the realest thing, Me a the realest thing, Me a the realest thing. African queen, that's her dreams, Me a the realest thing, Me a the realest thing, Me a the realest thing. African queen, yeah, it's a fleet.
You know what, all you in the highest of honors. You deserve all this world can offer. Anywhere you face your tongue, girl, that comes sit where it belongs. I mean, I lie, no. They can't style you. Strictly royalty, girl, when you walk out. Hey, who good to compliment to this queen? I'll be your African king.
Me a the realest thing, Dream. Aisha. Fight with yourself, you at war. And nobody gon' see, nobody gon' scream, nobody gon' call. Want some peace of mind over all. I want you to know